Hello. Riveroonies. Okay, I think I'm almost ready to hit the road. Jack, just need to find where to put it. Letty! Hello. How are you? How's things, Grooveroony? Look at that riveting concrete wall. I'm leaving my new job for the first day. I've survived. Woohoo! Yep, I've got a new job. That's my news. It's a bit of a tricky part to get out of. So yeah, I started a new job today. Hey, News OMG, how are you doing? You're surviving the best you can. Looks like my windscreen's a bit. I washed my car yesterday. Surviving as best you can. What's up, Groover? I'll be in peak hour traffic for a while, so I'll be able to read chat, hopefully. Don't forget to shout at me. I can't go into heaps of details about it, but I wasn't the right fit for the job. You've been going through a lot too, Ms. OMG. Hopefully not all bad. But if it is, as you know, so my cable's getting caught on something, I'll sort myself out when I can see once I'm out of the car park. Just life in general. Yeah. Life is not easy. Has its good points, obviously. So yeah, haven't been going live much lately because I've had stuff going on, including getting this new job sorted out and started a little bit earlier than I thought I was going to. But you know what? Make hay while the sun shines, right? Don't forget to write in caps, guys, because if you want me to see your comments, because I can't read lowercase, my phone is so far away from my face. Plus, I've got my reading glasses on, and they're my more scratchy pair than the pair I usually wear. Kind of sucks because I have to wear them to read chat when I get a chance, but it's not great driving in them. So, yeah, there's that. But feel free to. No, that's cool. Don't apologise. It's fine. Um, so, yeah, I recognised that the other job that I was doing I wasn't the right fit for it. It, yeah, it wasn't the job I thought it was going to be. In fact, it was very, very full on and very stressful. And I was essentially sort of running a law firm on my own without any other support down here while I was trying to learn this jurisdiction and returning to law after 2 decades, more than 2 decades. So, yeah. Hey, Shine On, how you doing? I'm proud of myself for identifying that I'm not the right fit and doing something proactive about it rather than constantly sort of giving myself a pep talk that I could do it and it was going to get easier, because it actually got harder. I went into it with good intentions. I'm still working as a lawyer in the same area, but I've moved to an organisation that's a lot more community focused and a lot more into advocacy and proactively representing people and but not carrying them as clients. There's a referral aspect to my job as well. So even though we give legal advice, there is a point where we need to refer them to a law firm. God, some drivers are so aggressive. And have you noticed it's always the person that's got the little 3-year-old strapped into a baby seat in the back of the car? This car behind me, oh my God. Just crossed like 5 lanes, 4 lanes, really fast. And because there's a car directly in front of me, I had to stop. G'day, Gregory Lawler. Hey, Anne-Marie, how are you doing? How's your situation going, Anne-Marie? So, yeah, I've reached an age where it's like, it's not the start of my career. I don't want to be the best workers' rights lawyer in Tasmania or Australia. Like, I just want to have a job which is rewarding, where I can help people, and also where it doesn't overflow into the rest of my life and upset my work-life balance. So I've left private practice and gone to like pure community legal, which also means I'm going to be impoverished for the rest of my life, but I don't give a fuck. I won't be able to read chat for a while, especially when I'm going over the bridge. So, but hello, everybody. Well, it's only my first day, Ms. OMG. But no, I was actually with these guys before. Oh, shit. That's going to be loose now. God damn it, bumpity roads. Don't forget to write in caps, guys, especially when I'm driving. I can't read chat. Like, I only can glance down when it's really safe. And I've got this bitch tailgating me at the moment. I was already working. I just glance at yours, Gregory. I think what you said was good on me for workers' rights. I was already doing that sort of area of law, but I was in a private law firm. But now I've gone to like grassroots community legal. So even more advocacy, but also minus the pressures of, working for a private practice, like having to do billings and run files for clients for years on end. And we essentially give free legal advice to the point where they need to actually get a lawyer representing them. But we also do a lot of calling insurers. We don't call employers, but calling insurers and WorkSafe/work cover to try and agitate files to get them escalated and attended to. And so there's a lot of grassroots advocacy as well. And a lot of lawyers in private practice just don't have the capacity to do all of that sort of initial stuff. So, but yeah, so I was with these guys for 2 months in a placement before my last job, but now I've come on board as an actual employed case officer, which is a legal position. So, yeah, bit excited. Whereas originally I was with them for 2 months, but I did it voluntary. It was like a grown-ups work experience. So I've gone full circle. Double hats off. Thanks, mate. Hi, everyone coming in. I can't even read names now with the glasses I've got on. Hopefully I'll get stuck in traffic for a little while. I'll be able to read, but I'll look down when it's safe. But hi, I know that more people have arrived. So hello to all of you who've just rolled on in. It's just explaining it was my first day of a new job today. And I'd be leaving my old job in 10 minutes. And I left my new job 20 minutes ago. Woohoo! Gotta love that. Gotta love that. I do have to leave for work earlier because I start earlier, but I'm a morning person, so I got into town this morning half an hour before I had to start, and my boss said, "Oh, if you get in early, just start work early, and so if you start at 8, just knock off at 4:30." Like, they're very flexible. It's also my first. It's not a public service job, but it's my first job with rostered days off. Like, I accumulate RDOs as well as my annual leave. Haven't had that kind of a job before in my life. So yeah, you accumulate rostered days off, and the superannuation is out of this world. Like, the salary's not great, but the superannuation's amazing. So yeah. What was that? Love Tassie, no traffic. It's kind of weird because the I think this new job finishing at 5 is going to be interesting because the public servants finish at 4:35. So if you leave around that time, it's a bit of a crawl. And then a lot of other people leave at 5:30, and I didn't get over the bridge or out of the city as quickly as I just have. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Blue. I mean, that's not to say there won't be traffic banked up at the roundabout where all the roadworks are. Hi to everyone coming in. Like I said, I'm really sorry if I don't specifically address anyone, but I can't read chat while I'm cruising down the highway in the hot, hot sun. Well, it's not hot and there's no sun, but you know what I mean. I just wanted to go live and tell everyone about my new job because I'm a little bit excited. And I survived the first day. And you know what? To finish the day and log off and not be carrying, I used to have to take a little wheelie bin, a wheelie case with me in my last job. I'd take my little laptop home and my notebooks and the legislation or the case law. Guess what I'd be doing later that night or over the weekend? This job, 5 o'clock, lights off, don't think about it till tomorrow. I've never had a job like this. Every job I've had in my life, I've had to work after hours, overtime. This job, so yeah, I'm going to be living a very frugal life, very simple life. I don't mind, as long as I can feed Sonny and pay my mortgage and feed me. I'll be fine. When I built my house, I deliberately built a house that didn't have an insane mortgage, so I would have to work my ass off for the rest of my life just to live in it. Like, I bought a property with a third of the money that I'd been approved to borrow because I'm not a dickhead. Plus, I didn't want to live in an $900,000 McMansion in some soulless suburb. I wanted my little house built with recycled and reclaimed timber and down on the beach. A billy helps with the stress. I'm not planning on experiencing any stress. I wish I know. I'm thinking you wrote something lovely, but I can't read little letters. But thank you if it is lovely. And if it's not, just ignore me. I'm sure it would be lovely. The only aspect of this job that is sort of not even stressful is probably not even the right word, um, but emotionally challenging is we are a community legal service, so we get a lot of callers who are dealing with something in their lives that's bigger than they've dealt with before, and they don't understand the law or their rights. Some of them are being like majorly affected financially, and they've got mouths to feed and no other income. So we do deal with a lot of people who are very emotionally broken and bereft. And we don't have in place, the organisation doesn't have a formal sort of formal training or counselling for the staff at the moment, but they're looking into things to implement to minimise that. But they do send their staff off to conferences and seminars and forums on how to deal with people who are, having serious mental health issues, depression, that sort of stuff because of the situation they're in. So that's the only thing. There is an element of this job that is, it's not all about giving free legal advice. It's also about sort of counselling people and reassuring them it's going to be okay. So, hello, Ruth. Hello, I said hello to Raven. Work is comp is of central. What do you mean by that? That's the area, one of the areas I'm working in. Not the only one, but that's probably the main one. Of central. What do you mean? I'm on a high note right now, so poverty. Come on, are you bursting my bubble? Seriously? Why do you say that? My job is to try and get people the best advice, give people the best advice, and then the best representation so they get what they're entitled to, down to the last cent. Like, we essentially directly advocate to insurers who represent employers. Oh, for the lawyers who were, yeah, for sure. Got it. Sorry, I thought you were talking about my clients. I mean, a lot of them are pretty much impoverished at the moment because they're not getting paid when they should be. That's where we kick in. Well, thank you, Blue. And thanks, Gregory. I didn't understand. It's the downside of not being able to read chat the whole time and seeing where the conversation's going or remembering what I've said that might elicit a comment in chat. I think in Tassie it's about 50% less wages, not 25. The salary that I'm on in this job in 2021, I haven't been on this salary since I was a second-year lawyer in South Australia in the mid-90s, or third year, actually. Oh, the party can start. Casper's arrived. G'day, Groover. So, yeah, I haven't been on a wage this low since the mid-90s. It's going to be interesting. The reality is I can't actually work for this organisation full time. Like, I will not cope financially on the salary full time. So, um, apart from the principal solicitor and one of the junior solicitors, everyone else works for them part time. So I'm going to have to. I'm going to get my butt suit. Careful, you're implying lawyers have a heart. A lot of us do. Oh, go make a cuppa, Gregory. Can you make one for me, please? Just started a new job today, Casper. What's up with you? So yeah, down the track in a couple of months, I'm going to have to start proactively looking for a second part-time job. Hopefully something local or work from home. Um, and I've already started looking. I've got some really good connections to some really good organisations that do a lot of. Yeah, I did, Casper. I did. I've had so many people go, "What do you mean? You've only just started." Yeah, I did, and I wasn't the right fit. I did it for 6 months. That's long enough to know if it's the right fit or not. I gave it my best. Um, it was overly ambitious of me to. Well, the job I thought I was going to be doing wasn't overly ambitious of me to have a crack at it. The job it actually became, it was definitely overly ambitious of me to learn a completely new jurisdiction, to return. Yeah, well, I wasn't. I'm not anymore, Casper. That's why I left it. I've moved on. I've changed. Changes are happening, mate. Trust me, it was a very like well thought out decision. I didn't make it in a heartbeat. I know all these people in chat, not just today, but in other chats, are more loyal to my last employer than I was. And I gave it my best, but it wasn't for me. And the only way I was going to find out if it was to have a crack at it. So, I mean, I had rocks in my head. Who returns to practicing law, private practice, after over 2 decades away from it in a completely new jurisdiction and doing an area of law they haven't done since the 90s and things and do it part time with a workload of 2 full-time lawyers, 2 states away from every other lawyer that works for that firm. Like, it was a pretty massive leap of faith that I took, and I gave it my best shot. Good on you, Casper. When you find a job you love, bring it on. I didn't love it. I've moved on. Why not get excited about my new job, which I've just done one day of, and I already feel 500 kilos lighter because there's no stress. There's a bit of emotional distress from time to time, but I can handle that. I bring a lot of empathy into the jobs that I do. Some people just need their hands held, and we're actually way more proactive in advocating for workers and getting insurers to crack the whip with the employers that they're covering a little bit more. Oh no, I won't become a porn star till I'm in my 90s. But yeah, the next person who says, "But you only just started the other job," you can time them out for fucking 5 minutes. Seriously. I just had a really good day. I disagree with you, Casper. Tasmania hasn't had a COVID case for over a year. So if you want to brag about your state being the best controlled, no. If you want to do state of origin on COVID, Tasmania wins. Yeah, I think granny porn's been a thing for a while. Not my thing, but we still had it here, Casper, and we don't anymore. So your argument is redundant. If you'd said you've controlled it the best on the mainland, which I still don't think Queensland has, I think South Australia is, or Western Australia, are probably ahead of you. If you want to talk about the mainland, yeah, we are an island, and we're Fortress Tasmania. We utilised our natural moat, but we did have COVID here. Yeah, Western Australia and South Australia have both done really well. I mean, Tasmania, we haven't had to wear masks unless we go to an airport. No masks, ever. Except, well, sorry, I haven't. The northwest of Tasmania that had the cluster off the Ruby Princess, well, not the start of last year, but, April, May last year, they had to wear masks. The only safe place is that island that Tom Hanks was stranded on. I don't know, the virus lives on surfaces. It might have travelled to that island on Wilson. I hated that movie more than nearly any other movie I've ever seen. I didn't hate it. I just didn't like it at all. The only movie off the top of my head I can think of that I disliked more than that Castaway or whatever the fuck it was called was The English Patient. Oh my God. I didn't even get to the end of that. I didn't actually see the Tom Hanks one till it was like probably on a VHS back then. Oh yeah, no, granny porn's been around for a long time, and it's pretty scary when you stumble onto it. Hey Dan, thanks mate. See, look at that. In comes Dan with love and positivity. He doesn't come in like Casper going, but you loved that other job. That other job was fucking crazy. The Sunny Coast is an awesome place. Are you getting nostalgic, Dan, watching me driving over the causeway? You're going to be blown. Your mind is going to be blown when the new causeways open up. I'll try and explain to you what they're doing. Look how light it is now too. 5:38. Spring is springing. Is everyone getting confused about G-strings and thongs? Drill drive fighting going on. Well, yeah, I'm glad. Well, you're doing a good job being an antagonist in the chitty chat. But yeah, I did think this decision through, and I've got to say, that law firm has some of the nicest lawyers I've ever met. No, the pontoon bridge is further up the Derwent. We're nowhere near where the pontoon bridge is. It's still there. So Dan, as we approach Midway Point, is where the first of the new causeways is going to be. There's two. It was a G-string, Raven. And I do remember it, yes. I paraded, I even bent over, and it was one of those, it had a bit that exposed your butthole. It was a bit of a, it says that live is still up. Oh, speaking of change, I've unsubscribed from 99.99% of any of the communities where we may have all met and crossed paths. You laughed for days, Raven? Just be grateful I put them on over my yoga pants. It wasn't just on with my bare bum. I'm liking this. It's like 20 to 6 and it's still light. So up here, Dan Cave, Nick Cave's first cousin, by the way. So this is cool because I'll actually still be able to go to the gym and do stuff on my way home. Not tonight, I'm not, but tomorrow I will. So that to my left, there's a whole road that's been built and they've blown a heap of that cliff away back there. And then to the left here now, there's a causeway that's going to go out over the water and completely bypass Sorell. So people that are going up the east coast or to Penna, they'll all veer off over a new causeway out over the water. But then there's more. For people that live down where I live, at the end of this causeway, I think you know where Ingham's is, Dan. But over on the right, there's Ingham's Chickens. Between that and the road into Sorell, there's a road going in that's going to also bypass Sorell. So people like me down in the southern beaches, we can just go a sharp right and through some beautiful countryside and bypass Sorell as well. So that's what's going on. God, this bra is a bit tight. I had the yummiest lunch today, but I think the bread's made me bloat a little bit, and my bra is killing me. Should have unclipped it before I got in to drive home. I've done that many a time. I used to take it off. The first thing I used to do when I got in my car leaving work, I'd rip my bra off and shove it in the glove box. There's a bit of Tory information none of you ever really wanted to know, but that was the second causeway, Casper, you wacky waxter. So, yeah, up here on the right, they're starting to put in all the infrastructure and pipes and stuff. And there'll be a road that's essentially from now on that's, you can kind of see a bit of stuff happening on the right-hand side, and there's some cranes now further away, but that road is just going to go that way and completely bypass Sorell and take us all straight down to the southern beaches. Nice. Did you do some floundering down near Ingham's? Oh, God, I wish I could read chat. Chat's moving. There's stuff happening in chat and I can't read a freaking thing. I thought I'd get stuck in traffic somewhere and I haven't really. It's been a delightful drive home. I mean, I'll be home by 6-ish. Normally I'm home at like 6:30, 6:45. Another bonus. And, yeah, if I get in at 8, they're like, my boss is like, we'll start at 8 and finish at 4:30. Even better. You smash something. What, a car, Casper? Or an egg? A monster truck. Reese wants a monster truck. You had a monster truck, Casper? You smashed it? How the fuck did you do that? I guess whatever you smashed it into probably is worse off than the truck, right? Or is the truck fucked? Is it a fucked truck? Oh, quick, go, 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 Tori, go. Whee! Ruth in a monster truck. Good heavens. I don't know about that, man. It'd be fucking funny. You took us for drives in your monster truck, Ruth. I'd wet my pants. Raven wants to go for remote control one. Is it fucked? Have you wrecked it? Whatever happened to that show, Robot Wars? I used to love that show so much. Did any of you guys watch that show? It was English, and they had the show had 6 or 8 purpose-built little robot cars that would go into an arena and fight like a little tiny car that, a nerdy dad and his son had spent 2 years building. And there was this big hole in the middle of the arena, and the idea was that whichever robot car pushed the other one into that pit, they would be the winner. That was the idea. And they'd have these nerdy dads and sons, and they'd be all, oh yes, this is our pride and joy. We've been working on Big Bubba for 2 years, 8 hours a day, blah blah blah. And they'd launch their little robot car. Yeah, Robot Wars, you loved it too. It was brilliant. And then out would come one of the TV shows, purpose-built robots, and they had one that had like a circular saw on it that would just come out and slice this fucking thing in half and push it into the ditch. And you could see this father-son going, oh, Lordy. Like they'd spent 2 years building it. And there was one that had an axe on it, and it'd just come out and the axe would go back and then boom, and it'd chop. It was the funniest. I never ever saw a homemade robot car win, ever. It was brilliant. It was such a good show. We pissed ourselves every time we watched it because we knew that it didn't matter how impressive these father-son combos thought their cars were. We knew they were fucked before they even put them in the arena. Oh my God, I used to wet my pants watching that show. It was a really fun show to watch stoned. It was so fun. I miss that show. Tonight we've got Gerald and his 11-year-old son, Timothy. How long have you two been building your robot, Mad Max? And they'd be like, oh, after school every day for 2.5 years. Dad and I down in the shed working on Mad Max. And what's Mad Max's strength? How is Mad Max going to win the robot war? Oh, well, it's got several features, all of which are going to make it victorious. And then in under 10 seconds, Mad Max would be split in two, sawn in half, or just sometimes just pushed into the ditch without them even getting the weapons ready. Like before they could even raise the little cannon that they'd put on their robot car, the Robot Wars purpose-built thing had just pushed it into the ditch. Game over. Game over. Oh, it was cold. Oh, you have to put something up on your channel with your monster truck, Casper. That's hilarious. I don't know whether you said it was completely fucked or not, but I love that kind of shit. That's my sense of humour right there, laughing at other people's misfortune. I love it. I'm going to find out if I can order Robot Wars. I want to watch that show again. Hey, Val. I love that you're all talking about. It's great shit, isn't it? Like, Casper, you've got to put whatever. Did you get footage? I hope so. I remember seeing one getting chopped in half, Ruth. I remember seeing one getting sawn in half. I remember seeing ones just getting bulldozed. There was one that had like a bulldozer, whatever that curved bit of metal is at the front of the bulldozer, and it would just push the homemade ones into the pit, like before they could even say tally ho, pip pip, off we go. It's so funny. And then there'd be the proud wife and mother of the dorky son in the crowd, you know, believing that Gerald and Timothy are going to be the first homemade robot car couple to actually beat one of the TV show ones. Nah, fucked. In fact, the more they talked their piece of shit robot cars up, the quicker they perished. I mean, they seriously, someone could have built one with a bloody massive stick of dynamite on it, pointed directly at the opposition, and it still wouldn't have survived. Yeah, the one that got cut in half, I know. Are they on YouTube? We need to do it. Let's do a I might see if there's some footage of them on YouTube. We might do a viewing party. I want to start doing some reactions. Oh, guys, I found all these scammers in my spam and Messenger, like from 3 years ago, and I sent them messages and they've all responded. One of them was ringing me constantly last night. I was like, oh, fuck. But there's one that like messaged me in 2017. But yeah, let's do some Robot War reaction videos. I love that stuff. Oh, anything like that. I love black humour. Sorry, I better be PC, right, for YouTube's dark humour. Don't accuse me of being racist. I hate that you have to be so fucking politically correct and think everything through before you say it, because someone will pounce on you. I've unsubscribed from all of those toxic fuckers. I used to live in hope that they would surprise me or that things would all work out for them. I don't care now. They're a bunch of idiots. They're a waste of time and energy. I don't give a fuck. I seriously could log into YouTube in a decade and they'll all still be on there saying the same shit. I do not care what happens to any of them. Fuck all of you, you boring fucks. We're going to watch Robot Wars. You watch the size of the views that I get. I'll get at least 12 people watching. Got 7 now. You wait, I'll put Robot Wars on, there'll be 12 of us. Pissing ourselves laughing. Oh God, Ruth's remembering all the names of the robots. Was there one called Slash? I can't remember. They did have great names. To me, the best thing about it was, I mean, yes, seeing something getting cut in half was gold. It was the small child's face as their dreams were getting cut in half that I loved seeing the most. Seeing Timothy just with his Coke bottle glasses and his lisp and his little bit of dribble on the side of his mouth and his little bottom lip starting to quiver right after Mad Max got fucking smashed. Smashing the hopes and dreams of children, that show was. It was great. And the stupid fathers, oh my God. You know, that had told the Timothys that they were going to win and getting their hopes up. And we all knew before they got anywhere near the arena they were fucked. We'd seen the show. Oh, you got Google it, Mr. Psycho. Look at the colour of the sky. I'm so excited. I mean, it's getting dark now, but it's still lightish, and I'm home. That's new. You're still wondering why I've changed jobs, Casper? It's for this, because in a few more weeks, I'll get home and it'll be light enough to go for an hour-long walk on the beach. And when it gets to the middle of summer here, the sun doesn't set till 10 p.m. It's absolutely amazing. You got a long, silent drive home from the arena. You can just picture it. And Marjorie, oh, you did me proud. You did me proud, Gerald and Timothy. Like, it was just unfortunate that you were up against Mr. Psycho. If they'd done the one with the circular saw, you would have been fine because of the reinforced armory. It's not your fault you forgot to make its roof strong. Nobody knew it was going to get chopped in half with a fucking axe. You did me proud, boys. I will come up on panel when you do a live at home if I can catch it. Nice. Anyone's welcome on my panel, especially when we're talking robot wars. We'll do a quick swing by the beach because there's still enough light. Hopefully you'll see a wave. And then I'll head home to Sunny. He'll be like again, but you're home earlier. And this is great because I feel like cooking dinner now, but my other job, I get home and I'll be like, oh, fuck, I've got to cook something. And it'd be 6:45. You know, like I'd be lucky if I had dinner ready by 7:30. Now I feel like I've got, room to move. I won't be going live tonight, but we will do it very soon. I'll get me little Robot Wars videos lined up and we'll have fun watching the dreams, hopes and dreams of small nerdy English boys getting ruined with one chop. A thingamajig. Oh, you've walked in. We're talking Robot Wars. If you don't know that show, you've missed out. But fear not, it's going to be happening on my channel very soon. We're going to be doing reactions to. I love that show. We've been talking Robot Wars and my new job. Quick little here's the beach. We'll say good day, and then I'm heading home. I can't believe it's getting lighter. Hi, sweetie. It's only 13 degrees, but it feels like spring. Oh, it's lovely. The last few days have been really fucking cold. Hi, Sandra. You're just in time for me to sign off. There you go, guys. There's a little bit of serenity down on the beach. There's a little couple strolling along with their dog. It was my first day, and I loved it because for many reasons. One is I've gone back to where I was at the end of last year and the start of this year, but now as officially as a lawyer on board with them, which is very exciting. And I also switched off my computer and left the office at 5:00, and I don't bring work home with me. $13. I will check your community post, Casper. Once I've fed Sunny and chatted to a friend of mine in San Diego. It's her birthday. It's only like past midnight, but it's her actual birthday now. Yeah, it's a gorgeous sky. Oh God, my I've been sipping on a cup of tea. I'm wearing a blue and white scarf, and it's leaked. All the white's covered in tea. Go home to sunny. Yes, I am. I just wanted to give you guys a minute at the beach because look at it. I mean, hello. Hello. But yes, I'm going to head up the hill to my little Moogie, give her some dinner. I just can't reverse out because this other car just reversed in behind me. Oh, two cars. Maybe it's lovers meeting at the beach for a little pash. Sonny misses me when I leave the bedroom and go to the kitchen. That cat is besotted with me. It's very cute, but only when she wants to be besotted with me. But yeah, she's got the look of love. She loves her mum. I'm waking up to her face in my face at the moment, and it makes me laugh so much. I open my eyes, and there's her beautiful face, like half a centimetre from mine. She kissed me on the nose this morning. There's nothing like a pash at the beach. So yeah, new job. Not quite sure how I'm going to survive financially, but I'll work that out in the next couple of months. I just want to settle into this job, and then I'll find another little part-time, timey job to sort of top things up a bit, and I'll be happy. I don't need a lot. I don't have a massive mortgage. I don't have any other debt. So, you know, simplify my life. And the last job was actually paid less than this one. So, you know, I have actually advanced a little bit, and I get RDOs as well as annual leave. That's a new thing for me. So thank you for hanging out, Groovers. And the Robot Wars, I'm going to have to definitely read this chat back because we've all found something that we loved. Oh, I don't know what's not pleasant, but YouTube will be a hub of hilarity in our little corner because everybody needs it, and we all love Robot Wars. And for those of you who don't know Robot Wars, you're about to discover something amazing. Joey M. Wilson, g'day. I'm about to log off. I'm home. I've been instructed by Thingamajig to go home to Sunny because she misses me. And I'm home. So I'm going to go and feed the mug. And thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for your... I'm very happy, Casper, as long as I don't get grilled about why I left that other job. It's like exes. They're an ex for a reason, right? Ciao, Gregory Lawler. Thanks to everyone that dropped in, and I hope you all have a beautiful night. Enjoy whatever you get up to or day, and see you all very soon. I'm off to build a robot car. Ciao, everyone.